Shalom. Welcome back. Today we will be finishing up chapter 15 in the Hebrew of the biblical book of 1 Kings. So Bezrat Hashem, unless it just takes too long. Now, I like to change styles with you guys sometimes, change pace. Sometimes we have more marking, sometimes less. So today everything is marked, but I'm thinking to go at a kind of a rapid pace to see if we can knock out these 5 verses fairly quickly. Now, if you're more advanced, you'll probably welcome this. The passages aren't so hard today, so I don't think it will be too bad. But if it turns out to be overwhelming and just a little bit too fast for you, that's no problem. Remember, you can click the gearbox and slow it down. You can slow down the playback speed, all right? Avinu shebashamayim ken yiratzon ki anachnu yichalim lilmod tov ba'einecha. Ta'azerna abba et kol talmidai. Tishlachna berchot mishamayim mima'al aleihem. וגם עליי. לא לנו ולך יהיה כל הכבוד. All right, here we go. Listen and learn Hebrew immersion. 1 Kings chapter 15, verse 30. I'll just scan it first, fairly rapidly. על chato'ot Yaravam, asher chata asher hecheti et Israel. וכעסו asher hikhis et Hashem Elohei Yisrael. All right, let's pick it apart. Al, ayin lamed, concerning chato'ot Yaravam. So this is the sins of Yaravam. Asher, aleph shin resh, which chata, chet, tet, aleph, which he sinned, or with which he sinned. Va asher, and with which hecheti. So the same verbal form. We had chata, which is to sin, and now we have a hifil form, hecheti, which he caused to sin, or he enticed to sin, et Yisrael, Israel. Becha'as, when he vexed, or with which he vexed, when he vexed, asher, with which or how, hikhis. And you'll notice the prophet has an interesting style here. So I just noticed this now. He picks a verb and he puts it in the call form, the basic form. Chata, he sinned, va'asher hecheti, and with which he caused to sin, at Israel. Now we have becha'aso, when he vexed him, or when he vexed, asher, with which or when or how, hikhis. So he has chata, hecheti. He has ka'as, and he has hikhis. So he takes a call, then he felt the same verb. A call, then he felt the same verb. So with which he caused to vex, et, yod-hei, waw-hei. That's the name, the sacred name. Elohei Yisrael. That's the God of Israel. One more time through. I know it's kind of rapid. You can do it. Try to translate before I do. Al, concerning, literally upon, chato'ot Yaravam. Construct chain. I should have said, sorry. Al, chato'ot Yaravam. So, the sins of Yaravam. Asher, with which chata, he sinned. Va'asher, and with which hecheti, he enticed to sin, he caused to sin, he led into sin, et Yisrael. Becha'aso, when he vexed, asher, or when or with which, hikhis, he caused to vex, so he brought vexation to, et Adonai, Elohei Yisrael. That's the God of Israel. Okay? One more time, just no sounds or anything, no tones or anything. Al chato'ot Yaravam, asher chata va'asher hecheti et Yisrael. Becha'aso asher hikhis et Adonai Elohei Yisrael. And before I should have said da-da-da Elohei, right? For our construct for the auditory learners. Next, verse 31. Let's scan it. Ve'yeter, da-da-da. Oh yeah, I should have said da-da-da yeter, da-da-da divrei Nadav or Nadav. Ve'chol asher asah. Halo haim ketuvim. Al da-da-da sefer, da-da-da divrei hayamim. Le da-da-da lemalkhei Yisrael. All right, let's pick it apart. Ve da-da-da yeter. We have a big construct chain. Yeter divrei Nadav. So yeter is what's left over or the rest, the remnant. It can mean all kinds of things. The best part, like Moshe's first father-in-law, Yithro. The yeter and the rest of divrei, that's construct from devarim. So the things, the affairs of Nadav, the chol, and all asher, Aleph Shin Resh, which Asa, he did. Halo, haim, halo, that ha, that's a hey interrogative. It's a question mark embedded in the sentence. Kind of like that little upside down question mark you see in Espanol para pregunta. Ha is not, halo is not, haim, they, or them, ketuvim. This is a passive participle plural. It's referring back to the yeter divrei Nadav, the rest of the things of Nadav. Halo haim, are not they ketuvim, written, al yain lamed, upon, da 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 sefer, da 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 divrei hayamim. So al, upon, da 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 sefer. So that's construct. So it's going to be the scroll or the book of da 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 the divrei, which is devarim in construct, the things of or the matters of ha yamim, the days. And that's just biblical Hebrew for chronicles. Divrei hayamim is chronicles. So are they not written? Halo haim ketuvim al, upon sefer divrei hayamim, the book of chronicles. Le da-da-da lemalkhei Yisrael. Le, to, or belonging to. You could just say of. Da-da-da lemalkhei Yisrael. So that's the melachim, the kings of Yisrael. How you doing? All right, let's have another go. This time you try to translate before I do. This is 1 Kings, chapter 15, verse 31 in the Hebrew. Ve da-da-da yeter, da-da-da divrei Nadav. So that's the yeter divrei Nadav. And the rest of the matters, affairs of Nadav, vechol asher asah, vechol, and all asher, which asah, he did. Halo haim ketuvim. Halo haim, are not they ketuvim, from katav, to write. Might be a good place to have a little card for that vocabulary word, katav, for the topic indexer. Ketuvim is passive participle of write, so they written. Al, upon. Da-da-da sefer, da-da-da divrei hayamim. So al, upon the sefer, the book of the divrei, the things, the matters, the issues, the affairs of hayamim, the days. So literally, not literally, but we translate that usually as in the book of Chronicles. Le da-da-da lemalkhei Yisrael. Le, belonging to the malakh, that's melachim of Yisrael, the kings of Israel. One more time through, no tones or anything, just regular reading. Ve'yeter divrei Nadav, vechol asher asah, halo Haim ketuvim al sefer divrei hayamim lemalkhei Yisrael. All right, how you guys doing? Doing okay? Turbo mode. I think it's good to mix it up sometimes. All right, next. Verse 32, a nice short one. And this one would have been kind of nice place. It kind of psychs you out. You think it's the end of the chapter, but there's more after the paragraph marker. So let me just scan this first. Umilchamah haito bein asah uvein Basha melekh Yisrael. I should have said melekh Yisrael kol yamehem. All right, let's pick it apart now. Milchamah. Milchamah is war or warfare. And it's because of the bump shwa rule. The mem is an m, so bump. The vav becomes an or the ancient wa became an Milchamah. By the way, in Arabic today they say wa for and at the beginning of words, right? So definitely was a wa. Umilchamah and war, haito. So there's some special emphasis here because usually the subject comes after the verb, right? So it's like, and war, haito, she was, bain asah, between asah, uvein, again, it's because of bump shwa, and this time it's not a mu, it's a v, uvein, and between, Basha, da melekh Yisrael, the king of Yisrael. Kol yamehem. Kol is all of yamei. That's a construct form from yamim, but I don't say the when it has a suffix, okay? Because the suffix should be enough to clue you off. Yamim is days. Drop the mim. Yamei, days of hem, of them. Yamei hem, the days of them. So kol yamehem, all of their days. All right, let's go through. And this time you try to translate before I do. Umilchamah haito, and warfare, and war was bein asah uvein Basha, between asah and between Basha, melekh Yisrael, the king of Israel. Kol yamehem, all of the days of them, all the yamim of them. Okay, and if you've been following along with your eyes until this point, if you got it all and you feel confident, now's a good time to just listen. I'm just going to read through normally, try to understand, no special tones or anything like that. This is 1 Kings chapter 15, verse 32. Umilchamah haita ben asah uvein Basha melekh Yisrael kol yamehem. All right, doing all right? Any comments or questions? Hope you guys are nailing it. All right, I'm going to change to the next verse in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Verse 33. Just 2 more verses to go to finish off the chapter 15 of 1 Kings. So, all right, verse 33. Let's scan it. Be, but it's written as be. Shenat shalosh le asah. Melekh Yehuda. Malakh Basha. Ven Achiyah. I should have made that a construct chain. Al kol Yisrael. Tirtzah. Esrim ve'arba shana. All right, let's pick it apart. Bishnat shalosh. So this means be is in, shana is year, but in the construct form it's shanat. So year of shalosh, 3. Bishnat shalosh. In year 3, le asah. To Asa, melekh Yehuda, the melekh, the king of Yehuda. So Bishnat Shalosh Asa melekh Yehuda, in the 3rd year of the reign of Melekh, the king of Asa, the king of Yehuda, Judah, malakh Basha. Malakh means reigned. Basha, that's the guy who reigned. Then Achiyah, the son of Achiyah. We had a nice conversation with personal gain about this, kind of picking it apart. And on the surface, it looks like his name is, my brother is Hashem, right? Or brother of Hashem. But it's worth noting that the word ach, aleph, chet, was nuanced oftentimes in treaties between different countries or different kings as meaning an ally. So it's probably something like, my ally is Hashem, right? Not too much different than Ezrael, my helper is Hashem, right? So that, I think we solved it there with personal gain. So malakh Basha then Achiyah. Basha, the son of Achiyah, malakh, right? He reigned. Ra'al, Ra'in Lamed, over Kol Yisrael, all of Israel. Betirtzah, at Tirtzah. Esrim, 20, ve'arba, and 4, shana, year. Okay? Now I'll read it and you try to translate it before I give you the answer. Let's go. Be dararat shanat shalosh. So be, in, shana becomes shanat. So year of shalosh. 3, the asah, to Asa, melekh, or dararat melekh Yehuda, the king of Judah. Malakh Basha ben Achiyah. Basha, the son of Achiyah. Ra'al, Kol Yisrael. Ra'al, over Kol, all of Yisrael, Israel. Betirtzah, at Tirtzah. Esrim ve'arba shana. Esrim, 20, ve'arba, and 40, and 4, shana. So 24 years. All right, now just read it at kind of a normal pace. Do your best to understand without tones and such. Bishnat shalosh le'asa melekh Yehuda, malakh Basha ben Achiyah, al kol Yisrael. Betirtzah, 24 shana. How did you do? Did you get it? You doing all right? Great. Next verse in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ephes. And here we go. This is the last verse in chapter 15. I didn't colorize it fully. Oops. I thought I colorized it. Oh well. Do your best. This one says, Vaya as hara be'einei Adonai, or be'tararat einei Adonai. Vayelech be'tararat derech Yaravam. Uvechatat asher hecheti et Yisrael. So sad. All right. So the first word, vayaras. So again, it's the verb asah, ayin sin hey. Let's put up that card there, topic indexers, for the verb asah, to do or to make. The hey fell away. The yod at the beginning tells us it's he. Yaras, he will do. But we have a vav conversive, da 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 da. Va yaras, and he did. Ha ra, the evil. Be, in, and then we have a construct chain. Da da da. Ya'inei Adonai. So this is from the word ayin yod nun, which means eye. When you talk about eyes, because it's a human body part that naturally occurs in pairs, it will always be in the dual. You won't say ya'inim, okay? It'll always be ya'inaim. Even if you saw, in biblical Hebrew, if you saw a monster with, say, 3 eyes, it would still be Erinayim. You'd have Shalosh Erinayim, 3 of Erinayim. So it still has the dual ending, okay? So Be Erinay, in the eyes of Yod He Waw He. Vayelech. So Yelech is from the verb halach, He, Lamed, Kaf, to go or to walk. Yelech means he is walking or he will walk. The Vav conversive changes it. Vayelech, and he walked. Be, in, construct chain, derech Yaravam. So the derech, the way of Yaravam. Vechatato. And the with or in chato'ot, the sin of him. Asher, with which hecheti, hifil from chata, he caused to sin, he enticed to sin et Yisrael, Israel. So terrible, so sad. These guys, not only were they wicked, but they're like eternalized in history as wicked. All right, I will translate. I'll read again. This time you try to translate before I do. Vayas, and he did ha ra, the ra, reshayin, evil, be da re'inei Adonai, but in the re'inei Adonai, the re'inayim, the eyes of Hashem. Vayelech, and he halached, he walked, be derech Yaravam, be derech Yaravam, that's a construct chain, in the derech, the way of Yaravam. Uvechatato, and in his sin, Asher, with which hecheti, he enticed to sin, he caused to chata, it's a hifil, he caused to sin, hecheti et Yisrael, Israel. Okay, I'll read it one more time, kind of a normal pace this time. Just do your best to understand. If you got everything just now, then maybe try not looking this time. Vayas hara be'inei Adonai, vayelech b'derech Yaravam, v'chatato asher hecheti et Yisrael. And that is the end of chapter 15. Great job, everyone. I want to do a little thing now. I want to go back and I'm just going to read through at kind of a normal pace, not too fast, without the tones. And you just do your best to translate. Let's just see how you do, okay? See if you get it. All right, here we are. 1 Kings chapter 15, verse 30. chato'ot Yaravam, asher chata, v'asher hecheti et Yisrael, b'cha'aso, asher hikhis et Adonai Elohei Yisrael. By the way, if you're a visual learner, it's fine to look now, since we're not doing the tones and stuff. I think that's fine. Maybe I'll just give it to you in English too. Concerning the sins of Jeroboam, with which he sinned, and how he enticed to sin Israel, when he vexed, or with his vexation, when he caused to vex Hashem, the God of Israel. Verse 31. V'yeter divrei Nadav, v'chol asher asah, halo heim ketuvim al sefer divrei hayamim, lemalkhei Israel. Okay. And the rest of the matters of Nadav, and all which he did, are not they written upon the scroll of the matters of the days of the kings of Israel? Verse 32. Umilchamah haita ben Asa uvein Basha, melekh Yisrael, kol yemehem. And war was between Asa and between Basha, the king of Israel, all of their days. Verse 33. Bishnat shalosh le'asa melekh Yehuda, malakh Basha ben Achiyah ve'al kol Yisrael, Tirtzah esrim shana. In the 3rd year of Asa, the king of Judah, Basha reigned. Basha, the king of, Basha, the son of Achiyah, reigned over all of Israel at Tirtzah, 24 years. And then our last verse, Vaya'as hara be'einei Adonai, vayelech b'derech Yaravam, uvechato'ot asher hecheti et Yisrael. And he did the evil in the eyes of Adonai, or in Adonai's sight. And he walked in the way of Yaravam. And in his sin, with which he enticed to sin Israel. How'd you guys do? Hope you did all right. So special thanks to my patrons. You guys, please make sure to register over at patreon.com, even if you're not going to be a monthly supporter. You can sign up for free, because more and more I'm going to be announcing things over there and having events and such like that over there. So now would be a good time to get on board to make sure you don't miss out on anything. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow, the Koheleth, our Ecclesiastes class, will be over, Bezrat Hashem will be over at Patreon, if I can get it figured out how to do it all live and everything. So make sure you're registered, okay? If you're a monthly supporter who supports at the right level, but isn't doing it on Patreon, still register for free over there, and then let me know, and I will gift you the membership level that you give anyway through other means, okay? All right, God bless, be well, may your Hebrew continue to grow, and may your day be blessed. I'll catch you guys later. Shalom, shalom.